3.4. Find slope and rate of change. The slope between 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, is defined by the ratio of the vertical change, which you can say the rise, and the horizontal change, the run, between any 2 points on a non-vertical line. So here we have the formula: slope equals rise over run equals change in y over change in x. And we can represent this as m equals y2 minus y1, and this is where we get y2 minus y1. And y1 over the run, x2 minus x1. This is a formula that you need to know by heart. Okay, classification of lines by slope. A line with positive slope rises from left to right. A line with negative slope falls from left to right. A line with zero slope is horizontal. A line with no slope is vertical. So this would be horizontal, vertical. Okay, let's practice some problems. So in the first example, we have a line with a positive slope. And you're given 2 points. So to use the formula, slope will be 6 minus 2 over 2 minus negative 4. And then we have 4 over 6. And your answer is 2/3. And a line with a negative slope, you see it's falling. 3, 5, and 6, negative 1. I'm going to take 5 to change in y minus the negative 1. And go back to the first point I started with, and 3 subtract 6 to get a slope of negative 2. And for this one, 0 slope. So if we want to show work, 0. And this undefined slope, 5 minus 1 over 3 minus 3. This is undefined. Or you can simply say no slope. Either one. Okay. Part B. Plot the points and draw a line through them. Without calculating, tell whether the slope of the line is positive, negative, 0, or undefined. So 2, negative 5, begin here. And I'm going to count negative 5 units down. And that would be about right here, 2, negative 5. And then 6, negative 9, about right here. Don't connect the dots. And then for this one, -4 and 5, about right here. Okay, and then -4, -2. And the line's vertical. So for the first example here, the slope is negative because it's falling from left to right. And this one, the line is vertical, so it's no slope, or you can write undefined. You don't have to write both answers. You could just write either no slope or undefined. And part C, find the slope of the line that passes through the points. So take the difference of the y values. If I begin with the second point, I need to come back to the second point for the x values. So 3/5. The next one, half minus -1, 6 minus 6. Oh, this is 0, so just write no slope. Okay. And then 6 minus 2, -6 minus 4, 4 over -10, simplify. So your slope is -2/5. And then here, -5 minus 5, 5 minus 2. This gives you 0, so zeros are slope. Part D, find the value of x or y so that the line passing through the 2 points has the given slope. I could set up an equation right now. So on the left hand side, I could just use the formula and take -2 minus y, put it over -9 minus -3, and let it equal to 1. And then I'm going to simplify this part of the equation. -9 minus -3 will become -9 plus 3, so that will give you -6. And for the top, you can't do anything to it, so I'm going to rewrite this as -2 minus y over -6 equal to 1. And I'm going to do some cross multiplying. So -6 times 1 is -6, -2 minus y, okay, times 1 just itself, and then I can solve for y, and y would equal to 4. And here we have a similar problem, y minus -1 over -2 minus -7. Let that equal to -3 over 5. We're going to simplify the top, become y plus 1. On the bottom, -2 plus 7 will give you 5. And I can cross multiply. 5 times -3 will give me -15. And then y plus 1 times 5 will give me 5y plus 5. And I could manipulate the equation and solve for y, and that would equal to y equal to -4. Okay, and let's look at a word problem. A community theater performed a play each Saturday evening for 10 consecutive weeks. The graph shows the attendance for the performances in weeks 1, 4, 6, and 10. Describe the rates of change in attendance with respect to time. When you're being asked to find the rate of change, you're actually looking for the slope between two points. Okay, so from weeks 1 through 4, you have 2, 3, 2 minus 1, 2, 4 over 4 minus 1. And that would give you 108 over 3. And you would end up with a slope of positive 36. And from weeks 4 to 6, you have 204 minus 232 over 6 minus 4. As you can see, your graph is falling, so you'll have a negative slope now. 204 minus 232 is negative 28 over 4, so the slope would be negative 7. And then your graph continues to fall. So from weeks 6 to 10, we can have our slope is still negative. 72 minus 204 over 10 minus 6. Now we have negative 132 over 4, which gives you negative 33. Okay. So these are all your rates of changes. Let's analyze it. When it's positive, it rises from left to right, the graph. And when it's negative, it falls. And as your graph or your slope becomes smaller, then it's much steeper. Okay, so let's describe the rates of change in words. The attendance increased during the early weeks, then fell slowly at first, then rapidly, meaning very quickly. So you can see what I was saying earlier. Okay, and that concludes our lesson.